Okay, Jerry Cooley, I'm signing off. Got a great big occasion on this weekend. It's Ireland versus Wales. And just to tie in my St. Patrick's Day special, St. Patrick was Welsh, so we're going to have to put him to one side this coming weekend and cheer against St. Patrick. You know, that's not our fault he's from Wales. We're going to have to play them, and as I say, we're trying to hold on to the Grand Slam. So my name, Jerry Cooley, and I'm the wrong side of 60 at the minute. I have 6 grandchildren who keep me young, and this keeps me absolutely enthralled. You just heard my show there.
What interested me in radio was a teacher that I had in Coimisiún, Melissa Brophy. She told us at the start of the year about how she started her career in radio.
I started in radio when I was 16. I went through many stages with radio and then left and went into TV and then went back to radio.
The people who come to the radio station, there's an old saying that I have, I'm a gatherer of sayings, birds of a feather flock together. You know, you'll meet people who are engrossed, obsessed, talented, and what's the word I'm looking for? Compassionate in their views and their actions, and we gather here, and it's a great spot. I love it.
Near FM and Coimisiún College of Further Education have collaborated for as long as I can remember. They've always had a really great relationship. They've been so supportive of everything that we do, not just in radio or in media. You know, like they have filmed stuff for the performing arts, they're here for the open days, like, you know, whatever we've got going on, Near FM are just so good to just cover it.
Live from Coimisiún College of Further Education and on 90.3 Near FM, this is CDCFE Radio.
I love the vibe in Near FM. It's very chill, everyone's here to help. It's for the community, you know, it's not, it doesn't have any ulterior motives or anything like that. Not that I'm saying that other radio stations do, but it's very much for the people.
This radio station, which was very sort of community orientated, because the people who were being recorded by me were from here, and everybody that in the area who I'm constantly meeting people, bus drivers, taxi drivers in the area, heard on Near FM, well done, great stuff, love that. I knew him, he was a great man, all of that type of thing.
Like any community radio station within their community is so important. Near FM, you know, as part of their co-op, like they promote the community, they cover what's happening in the community, whether it's positive or negative.
How does Near FM help the community around it? It gives people an outlet, you know. People around Dublin 13 love listening into Near FM. People like my grandmother, on a Sunday morning after Mass, she loves to listen to a bit of Near FM. It kind of gives her peace of mind, and it plays music that the older generation like to listen to. And they advocate for all kinds of different communities, LGBTQ, they advocate for people with disabilities, and they've shows dedicated just for people like that. They also include people of all different cultures and ethnicities. There's shows from people that are hailing from Africa and people from Iran, that sort of thing. So yeah, they do a lot for the community in that sort of way.
And way up in Oregon, who gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning, God love her, to listen to the programme live. And then Australia, it's 9 o'clock at night, so 10 o'clock at night now I think over there. So Noel Fowler has just had to finish in his day and he's having a good bit of crack. I had a personal journey in here. I was always had history in my blood, and I wanted to tell the stories, and that's why I started recording people, because I took the attitude that people are libraries, and once they die, the library's burnt, it's gone. Everything they had ever had, done, said, gone, it's gone forever. So that started me on a journey and ended up writing a book. Because I was in here, I came in on a CE scheme for 5 years. I think I'm the longest CE scheme in the country. And to cut a long story short, over the journey of 2 to 3 years, I wrote the stories, I published the book, and then I had the brilliant luck of being able to use the facilities here and do the radio adaptation versions of them, which are all on podcast. And so people can listen to them all over the world. And that's what's great about the station as well, there's so much up on podcast that if you miss a show and it doesn't suit you, people are reasonably au fait now with a website, and if you open up the www.near.ie website, it's there. Listen again.
They're very open to students' ideas. You know, sometimes you can have some crazy ideas, but they're very good at nurturing them and guiding the students to make, you know, whether it's their radio program or their podcast, you know, get to the final stage or get it broadcasted. So they are 100% very supportive. They'll guide, they'll support, they really do give you the time. So you get the time in the college, but as a student here, you also get the access to the facilities down in Near FM, which again, you know, is just so beneficial. If this is what you're interested in, why would you not use the facilities?
I get to play whatever music I like, you know, I get to kind of show any side of music. I don't have to, I don't have to limit myself or restrain myself in that kind of way, so I feel like I have a lot of freedom.
I think it's important that colleges like yourselves and other colleges in the area know about Near FM and the facility that's here, and it's an outlet for people to broadcast about their interests.
Welcome to the Reality Radio.
Here we are, live at last. Okay, welcome to Reality Radio. This is Steve White, and I'm joined in the studio by Ellie Rochford.
They support the students in any way that they can.
I emailed Alan at Near FM to see if I could help out around the studio, and I ended up just presenting a show, and it's been great ever since. And I didn't think I'd get into it, but it kind of just happened, and I've been really enjoying it so far.
You have a great connection with ourselves, that there is an outlet. I have met so many people from Coimisiún down through the years here, and they've come in on internships, and it helps blossom an interest which can end up as a bona fide job. Musicians in general, musicians would come in here, first thing I would say to them is, you're never going to make a living out of this. But at your neck of the woods, you've got technical know-how and ways of approaching things and stimulating a conversation about a typical subject matter. That's all part of the skill.
Like, to them, it's their audience. You know, they have their target audience just like any other radio station. And they have their geographical, you know, position, like they're North Dublin, but you have other community radio stations that are, you know, all over Dublin, you know, down the country as well. Their community is the essence of why they're broadcasting. So it's very important for anyone that lives in this community, you know, that they support Near FM, you know, like they listen. It might not be, some programmes might not actually, you know, be of interest, but that goes with any radio station, really. Like, you can tune in and tune out, but it's really good that Near FM, you know, it's for the community. It is the community, basically.
People are on who are just normal Joes, like the people who are listening in, and they're talking about issues that they have, and they get help, and that's good. It's like a little beacon here of, geez, I heard that on the radio. Your woman said something about there's an organisation where you can go for that, and there's a plethora of things that people get involved in. But this is a central location where you can find out about it. Okay, Jerry Cooley signing off, and I love this song. It's called The Fields of Glory. Talk to you all next week, and let's hope we hold on to the old Grand Slam dream by the next time that I'm talking to you. Jerry Cooley, here we go. That's the goal.